Okay, now we're back in front of the giant blue door. And with everything pretty much completed here, you have two options. You can go ahead and enter the Legacy Dungeon and take down Leo. Or you can go ahead and enter Caelid and explore around here, get more powerful and stuff like that. But we're at a really good level for this area. And for the most part, I think if you're doing it the right way, you're going to stay in one zone at a time. But it's a way, it's a method. You can do that too. I'm taking your glintstone key. Now we can enter. Alright, so two really cool things about this place. First, want to come down here. You want to remember this red sign right here. Just jump down. And the game is not liking this place at all. Get you a little golden seed down the road here. So if you didn't get it from the stranded, grade yourself. Now this is important to do because this will continue Yura's side quest, which was like the samurai guy that we met in Limgrave, and he told us about the dragon and all that stuff. So you want to pop in here and help him out. Anytime you do like this is kind of going to go into like a multiplayer type thing. So if you had equipment that was helping you, you're not going to have it no more. So like our rune is gone, and any buffs you had will kind of disappear as well. This guy's a bit of an asshole. Oh, they went for two. They got it too. Denver's down by 14. Okay, for winning that fight, we got Fur Calling Remedy and Rune Arc. So basically a common and normal multiplayer reward, along with Raptor of the Mist, Ash of War. So duck into a low stance, momentarily vanishing. If an enemy attack connects, Avian Wings will allow for a quick escape into the air. So really good for dexterity builds. You'll just kind of pop up in the air after getting hit, allowing you to escape, extra damage and stuff like that from follow-up attacks. I would consider it a waste in PvE. PvP, though, it might have some uses to it, depending on your build style. But with everything in the game, you're going to get followed up pretty quickly by a lot of enemy attacks, especially from bosses.
Oh, it's you. Thanks for your help there. That bloody finger was a thorn in my side. And now I'm finally rid of him. Here's a token of thanks. Please, take it. may not have much time. I'm dying to see you. Eleonora. Violet Bloodyfinger. Yes, I've been tracking Eleonora for quite some time. She is the deadliest of all Bloodyfingers. She's felled many an old hand already, but in spite of her cessblood zealotry, Eleonora is a proud knight. If she comes for you, do not think twice. You must flee. There is no shame in self-preservation.
You made it good yesterday.
Be on your way, perhaps we will. Be on your way, perhaps we will.
So, yep, more to go with him and his quest line. He's telling us about another Bloody Finger, Eleonora. So we don't know who that is or what that is all about. And with these gates, you can actually just run right through it. So boom. And traverse down here. We are going to run across a couple of wolves along the way. So just kind of slice them up. And right down here, there's a reason why I'm saving my runes is for this guy.
Well, it's been an age since I've seen a customer. How can I help here at the end of the earth?
Very important that you get this. If you didn't select it as a starting gift, this is the place to get it now. We're going to need this for a very, very late place in the game. And this guy is like super missable, so, you know, he's just kind of out of the way. You wouldn't think he'd come down here naturally. He has 3 of these. He has a cookbook. So Fever's cookbook number 2. This has been a while since we've seen one of these, but now we get all the sleep stuff. St. Trina's arrows, he only sells a few. He sells an infinite amount of magic bolts. So meteor bolts, just a, you know, like a fancy name for magic for this game. And this is like the best way to get a magic ranged option here. You get the mercenaries gear, which is pretty nice. Sacrificial twigs, if you need more of them. And then a bunch of notes here. So I don't want to really waste the runes on these, because we're kind of getting into the part where it's becoming harder and harder to level up. basically the Preceptor secret is just telling us about where Preceptor's at and his hidden dolls and all that crap, but we already found it. Revenants, this note's always just going to tell you about that they're weak to healing magic, so it's the best way to do damage to them. And then the Frenzied Flame Village, it's going to tell you that there's, where we already went and progressed past the big old Eye of Sauron up there. So if you want to buy them, go ahead, but they're useless because we've already discovered all the secrets to them.
Have a safe trip.
Then down here will be a little bit of a tough fight, so just kind of prep for it. If the wolves gave you trouble or anything like that, then go back up the hill and just reset. So you kind of see them up there. Just kind of poke them down. Then entering the gate from either side, it doesn't matter. We've already seen the entrances to both gates. And that will be the last merchant we come across for a long time, so any runes you get for upgrades, go ahead and just do that every single time you get them. Little bit of a crazy start to this place already. You got an invasion, a hard enemy, merchants, and golden seeds laid all across. Taking a look at some of the new stuff we can build. So now you can start making use of all those Trina's lilies you got. Obviously in short demand, so use your sleeping stuff, to your own benefit there. This can be a little tough to enter. These guys just shoot magic shit at you. Just stay nimble with it, watch the shots. Wouldn't stress out too much about those guys. Just go after the mage because he'll rain you down. Every time I come in here, there's never a message, but one of these is a secret area. Oh, there we go. This gives you a free rune arc. And we will take as many of those as we can. So same thing as every dungeon has. You're not going to be able to replenish your flask by defeating enemy groups. So you want to maintain and manage your stuff as much as you can. No real recommendations for pot setup. Use anything you feel like you need to. There's no real weaknesses here. I guess if you want to, fire is not a bad way to go. if you just want like an extra range option. But poison pots probably won't do much for you. I wouldn't waste the materials on these. These enemies are pretty easy in this area. A lot of ranged guys, so as soon as you get in their face, they're not going to really do much to you. Oh, 28-7, it's over. 55-yard touchdown. No Super Bowl for Denver this year, baby. Alright, there's a lot of twists and turns in this place, but the most deadliest thing are these magic zombies. These things will chew down your FP if they get a latch on you, and they're pretty tough too. They'll kind of spring out from the little grave area and try to sneak up on you. So we can make our mace better if we want to. Now, if the zombie dudes do latch on you, just smash your buttons, and then you can get released a little bit quicker. That's like an all-time Souls thing, is you get grabbed, you just smash buttons. There we got some marionette soldier ashes. So if you like these two dudes, then summon them up. They won't really last long because their HP pool sucks, but they will get a lot of shots off if they get attacked. Just got bigger zombies. Got this little down hidden area. Probably for the craziest grip in the entire game. So you get the Carrion Knight set. This is a set that I featured on the first playthrough, and it's spectacular. So it's definitely an upgrade over our old little rusty armor that we were wearing the whole time. Weighs the same, damn near. And will be used again. Because it... But for now, we'll retain old Rusty. And use that armor only during very niche scenarios. So if you couldn't guess, this one is for physicals, and then the other one is for magic. You get a lot more magic resistance on the other one. Of course, the beetle, you want to cut them off and get you the spectral lamp. I fought in the Mausoleum Knights, the actual knights, they have this ability, they'll just throw their spear at you. Nothing really fancy. It's a huge poise breaker though, so it can be featured really well with spear only builds. Because spears normally don't possess the ability to poise down enemies unless they have like good Ashes of War alongside of them. And the Spectral Lance will absolutely just decimate any kind of poise. You'll be having knockdowns left and right with it. And it launches really far too, so kind of test it out and see if you like it. Now for this place, I'm going to put down a marker because there's a secret in here. If we remember what Patches was telling us earlier about an Iron Virgin down in the Academy, we would have to ride this thing all the way down and figure out what that's all about. Here we got a little Lord fight. Get the sorcery gravity. Well, this is a really good spell for birds. Just if you're struggling with birds, then use that. It'll take them right down immediately. Riposte mode. Want to wait for the elevator? And in case anything goes wrong, you want to hit the brace. This platform will help you reach the bottom. Got little noble dudes running around. Want to take the time here and go grab their sword, you can. Probably really easy at this point to farm this weapon from them. Now, there are a few things we can grab down here, so we actually want to do this. But we don't want to die to the Iron Virgin, so just be careful of that. You see the platform, just go ahead and drop down. Run to the right first. No items? Okay. Never mind. Supposed to be an ambush here, so you just want to chunk them down as much as you can. Once you rush in, there's going to be a little bit of a zombie thing going on. Just run away from this crap. They're not worth it. Then we can continue further or go right back up to the platform. I actually want to continue further. Don't worry about that platform. So that is the Iron Virgin that Patches was talking about. I'm going to grab the long-tailed cat Calvin. Grima features the fables of Ray Lucaria, in which she is described as a fairy cat who was fond of playing Great Ball Tower. Okay. I'm not sure if you can find a real cat inside the game, but there you go. And this will grant immunity damage to fall damage, but it will not prevent death from high fall. So pretty much the same type of ring you got in Dark Souls for the same deal there. Just want to run up here. Grab this. Another lost ash. So then we just want to keep that Iron Virgin in mind because it's going to take us to a secret place. That's what Patches was kind of telling us. And now we'll wait for the Iron Virgin to de-aggro and take yourself up to the schoolhouse again. We've come across these dudes before. You already know. So we get our last cookbook from the Glintstone set. Now we can craft magic grease, magic arrows, and this stuff. Yep. This is a great substitute arrow for your backup shooting. And for a lot of different reasons. So we get glintstone fireflies are obviously extremely easy to find throughout the game. Thin beast bones, you can buy those or you can just farm the animals, and then we kill the birds and all that. So these are dipped in magic stuff. And you get 93 attack power with magic, so it's very, very good to kind of shoot down. A lot of enemies in the game are damn near not magic resistant. Probably only in here they are, but after that, everything has like a magical weakness. So a very good substitute arrow or main arrow if you're playing a night build like mine and you just don't want to do like just basic physical damage. We got ourselves another scroll, so this would be the third scroll of the game. You get Glintstone, Comet Shard, and Star Shower. Comet Shard is the biggest upgrade you can get out of the regular set of Glintstone shots. This will be a secret. And if you're playing a mage build, I would just do what I'm doing now and then go right back to Selin or the Giant Turtle. Turn in the scroll and then get Comet Shard as your main attacker, because it will do a lot of damage. You get a Glintstone crown. You're going to need these. Not this one specifically, but you're going to end up finding a bunch of them throughout this. Each of these crowns give like an increase, but also decrease something else. So this one increases intelligence, but at the detriment of health. If we take a look, so it'll decrease your HP by almost 100 and some, but give you 3 intelligence. You kind of play around with that the way you want. Get you another free ritual pot. You won't be able to open that just yet. Climb up here, and I would just deal with these guys fast. Supposed to be a little bit of a trap for him here. Why you can't just pluck that staff right out the wall is beyond me. But then you got a secret over here as well. So that one actually didn't have a message. That's messed up. Grab this. And Comet is very good as well. Someone raised our message. The only problem with Comet is that it costs a lot of intelligence right at this point in the game. So you probably haven't made this unless you're going for a glass cannon build right now. And Comet would actually overtake Comet Shard by a lot. But depending on your setup, you probably can't use it just yet. Okay, very good talisman for sorcery builds. Primeval Current is forbidden tradition of glintstone sorcery to those who cleave its teachings. The act of collecting sorcerers to fashion them into seeds of stars, but another path of scientific inquiry. So that'll boost your sorceries by a couple percentages, making them hit even harder. Blown out, dude. 35-7 almost. They tried. They had a first quarter, and that was it. That's all they came to play. Wasn't meant to be this year, huh? Oh well. Now Cincinnati fans are about to be like, ha 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 ha. Like, ha ha, you didn't get in. The Chiefs were like, we don't want to play them, just play them. Alright, so no real trick here. This is just going to be a giant wolf fight that we already had before out in the open world. So any kind of damage things you want to do to it, blood is really good since it's a living creature, but hitting it is kind of hard. You'll have to pick and choose when you can hit it. But his HP shouldn't be nothing compared to what we're trying to do here. How rude. Then net you a memory stone. So that wolf, in my opinion, is a lot easier because he gives you a huge advantage to hit him when he jumps up like that. He's just fast and nimble, so of course a build like ours where it's just kind of reaction, they have the advantage on us. And out here, you want to jump off the ledge. Over here for a little secret. You want to go left first, otherwise you'll just be running all the way back. Let's grab some useless crystal buds. And then this is what you really need here, because this is a legendary talisman. The Radigan icon. So this will shorten your spell casting. Honestly, just look on the wiki how this all pans out, but the Radigan icon will essentially boost the equivalent of what your dexterity would be at 60. So that's how fast you would be shooting out spells. And honestly, it's just a frame thing, so. In my opinion, not really worth it. I got held on really well. Kind of want to bum rush these two guys up here. Very important item here. When applying affinity using physical or magic type ashes of war, an additional affinity of magic or frost can be chosen. So this is how you get your frost and magical imbuements going. Before we jump to that side, we just want to clear out a majority of this area first. Hardest fight you're going to have out here is the Iron Virgin, so just be careful. But seeing that we've already found one before, that fight was lost in the other video that didn't upload those, so you really want to be careful with these guys. Oh my. That was pretty close. Once you get the dodge timing down with those snakes, that's pretty much how you kill those things. Easily enough, though. Then I would just chop down all the nobles at the very least. They have a 1% chance of dropping that sword, so it's not the easiest thing to get. Do want to be very careful for these. That one almost got me. These ones are just sleep buildup though, so they'll just take increased damage, basically putting you in a down state. And another free golden seed there. These little special crabs right here have glintstone crowns. So this one will increase your intelligence, but at the detriment of stamina. So the same deal, it'll take up 3 stamina, but then take down your, or 3 intelligence and then down however many stamina. And you get one more crab fight coming out this way. All that for St. Trina's Lily. Going through here is going to progress up towards the boss room. So we actually want a detour, and this is where the more optional path is for the dungeon. So you don't have to go here if you don't want to. Which is going to get more items though. And then we see him patrolling. Just a little bit of a shortcut if you don't want to run up and do all this. So everything here is optional. You don't want to climb the rooftop. Let's go ahead and deal with these guys. There will be nothing on the other side. The only thing I hate is when they lose, like, and they weren't competitive, you know what I mean? Like, they didn't even try anymore. It's like, what the hell? What are you doing out there, Sean Payton? Okay. But here's a bit of a skill jump you get on top of this thing. You're not really meant to do this, but kind of aim yourself. Shit. Oh, not enough skill today. Couple of different roof traversals you can do around here. They are kind of hard to do though. You want to be as high as you can and then get that last second jump. What's left from my items? What the? Get you the full moon crossbow. Only crossbow in the game that does magical damage. One of a kind enchanted crossbow, exquisitely detailed craftsmanship, made to celebrate the matrimonial union and reconciliation between the houses of the Earth Tree and the full moon. Landel and Ray Lucaria. The two rings dance when reloading the weapon, reveals true worth when used with holy infused bolts. So a magic crossbow that helps out holy infusion stuff. It's a very cool design, but the damage on that thing sucks. So don't even use it. And then this is where the jump should have happened. We'll try it again. Whoa. Yeah, something like that. But it's pretty useless if you already got the item. We do want to traverse this one more time. Get the good runs off the building. Should be a dude. Yep, there he is. He usually knocks me down. It's kind of funny. Learned my lesson enough time with him. And down here you want to be careful when you traverse. Switch over to a mace or anything like that. And you get a hidden crab. This one will give you intelligence at the detriment of HP. Coming over here is going to give you a special item, the imbued sword key. So we got another one. And the smithing stone 3 times 2. line yourself up. And there's no way to get back to the top, so if you want to get the remaining things out there, we'd have to run down again, which unfortunately we're going to have to do. And just kind of jump across the rooftop. I've never really seen that spear guy kind of jump down there before. That's the first time. But there should be two, just like him. And just be careful traversing this shit. One slip and you're done. Let's kind of fall. Guess they saw us. That's crazy. This is how you get the other Academy Glintstone key. And then we can continue Top's quest line there. Just want to dive bomb off the edge. And then the crown that we just picked up, you need at least one of these types ones where you have like the green and blue crystal sticking out the head. This one will greatly increase your intelligence, so the twin head's really good for intelligence builds. Increases by 6. So if you're having a hard time meeting those, requirements, you have a few ways you can do that. Yeah. 31 to 7. Game over. The game has gone final. I would kick this shortcut ladder down because this enemy coming up can be kind of a cheaper. So the Bills will get the Texans now. And the Chiefs will get the winner of... Oh, they get the Ravens. Basically, those triple shot explosive arrows he does can wipe you out pretty instantly, especially in a narrow corridor like that. And you come over here for a staff that you probably can't use yet either. This one reduces the casting time, but consumes additional FP, so I don't consider this a good staff at all. Because just for faster casting time versus using more of my FP for spells, it's probably not worth it. Now, if it did more damage, like the other staff does, then yes. And a couple things we want to do now. So since we got a key, we want to just go back to the lake-facing cliff and give the key to Tops.
Wonderful. Are you certain you're willing to give your glintstone key to me? My, oh my. Thank you. Thank you, dear. Now I can go back to the academy to resume my study of glintstone sorceries. And the very stars.
And then we learn erudition. Probably the most important reward out of all of that. So let's change this out.
Back to learn another, of course. Thank you, dear. With you a blessing, I will depart for the Academy of Freya. Perhaps, who knows, I may be a decorated sorcerer by then.
Okay, and then to finish off his quest, we got to go back. To the schoolhouse room. And then just pop out to the side here. And you'll see Tops did not make it. So we get a bell bearing, a free Academy Glintstone staff, and his barrier. The barrier is actually pretty interesting if you want to use that. It'll deflect incantations and, spells that go straight at you. But yeah, he didn't make it. Not sure what might have killed him out here. Then while I got really excited for the Legacy dungeon there, I actually forgot to do this little square. I mean, not really much here, just soldiers and things we've seen before. Get a creeper reader.
You're... Oh, bless you. Oh. Michaela's favor be yours. Slaughter. 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 The all-hearing slaughtered. But alas, it was for naught. But all you
need to turn it down.
Pity the poor, poor fool.
This place is weird. It gets fucking cold and then it gets all hot out of nowhere. Okay, so nothing really that important comes from that one, unless I just kind of misread what's supposed to be the point of it. And that's pretty much it for the gate town. Okay. Okay. And that takes care of tops. Now we want to go to Church of the Cuckoo. Maybe not. Like debate parlor, that's what that one is. And you don't have to do this, but I'm just showing what all can be gotten from up there. Honestly, negligible shit, but it is what it is. Got a free short bow, that's pretty cool. And that was it. So that's the only thing we missed was just a golden rune. If you think it's worth the run back to do that, then do it. If not, then move on. And since we did a couple of things, we need to clean it up now. So before we couldn't get into these towers. I'm going to put the legacy dungeon on pause real quick just so we can do the side crap. And we come across a message here left by the game, says Erudition Guide. So once you get this, following Top's quest, you're going to see you have Erudition. Just using this, though, isn't enough. And the game, I have no idea why there's like nothing to kind of tell you or hint at what you need to do here. But you're going to need a crown like this one that has the green and blue things on top. And put it on. And then use it. Okay. It's the only time those will ever glow is for the stuff like this. Get rid of this one. And then we'll open right here. You get another memory stone. Now, what I didn't want to show prior, because I wanted to show off how you're supposed to do it the right way, is that you can actually just do an entire skip for this tower only, though. The other tower, you would actually have to get it. But yeah, you just run up these little things with Torrent, hop over, and then you can just skip right up here and get an easy memory stone right out the gate. If that is how you choose to do this. Then exploring, remember we had another one. So when you take out the giant, he'll never come back. So it's just your best interest to do that. Just so you can just run right up to the building. Same thing, may Erudition light the way. And we get one of these boys. Take them out. Then you get the Cannon of Haima and the Gavel of Haima. Drawn from Conceptus of Haima, the executor of the Academy, the sorcerer employs might as means to quell conflict. So we already saw a dude in one of the caverns. He pretty much summoned a giant gavel and the big old blast thing. So now you have access to both spells. They are pretty good. And do a lot of damage at a low cost of intelligence that you should meet by now if you're running an intel build. I want to say there was one more thing to do. Oh yeah. Alright, so since we got another imbued key, we want to go ahead and take down another one of these. I'm going to opt for this one, so the Precipice of Anticipation. Like I said, that one down there, we already did. That one just takes you to a different zone, fighting 2 beastmen above our level, but we did it. That one over there is going to take you to pretty much a Crucible Knight fight in the underground, but it gives you a pretty shitty talisman, so it's not worth it. And then this one, though, will actually give us an item to continue Nefeli's questline. We want to go ahead and do that. Okay, Chapel of Anticipation. Should remember this area really well. It's exactly where we started. Don't run for the butterflies. It's a trap. You'll fall and die. Really stupid. You don't even get a chance to like really pick them up. You'll just straight fall down. And we'll find these butterflies all over the game, so it doesn't really matter if you grab them or not. Okay, go into the boss room. And return of an old friend. So these are 2 items that you could have won earlier in the game. The ornamental swords are specialty swords, so you can only use the sombering smithing stones to upgrade them. And then its unique skill is gold tempering, so it allows you to dual wield these things, which is pretty cool. And then you get a golden breast shield, which does 100% blocking, 60%. It's a great shield. And yeah, so you could have won these 2 items right out the gate, but the problem was that your starting gear don't have a lot of stamina and a lot of HP, so you couldn't really deal with it that well. Unless you like really read its moveset really nicely and stayed patient. And most builds kind of do better against it, like the Samurai, since it has innate blood loss on the Uji Katana. You could probably, make quick work of it. But the gimmick was that it was going to transform its swords, and then it was going to get a lot stronger. So you're not meant to win that fight. But if you do, you already have these 2 items. And just to show those 2 swords. So you already get the second one. And if you dual wield them, you get this. The only drawback with these swords is that, 1, they don't really produce a whole lot of damage. And they're short compared to a longer sword. But they are very fast, as you can see. I think even faster in this mode than they are the other one. So it could be well worth your time to build off of these. Kind of infuse them with holy magic. But yeah, pretty cool. Then returning here, there's going to be nothing new on the sides here, around the back. It's all still the same. take a leap. And this is the maiden that I was talking about. Though the path broken and uncertain, claim your place is Elden. I'm not really sure if she was supposed to be our maiden to begin with. It's kind of weird how they don't say nothing about her. But if you need the blood, you can go to her or the other girl in the other chapel. I'm here for the Stormhawk King, so this is a key item if you saw that. It's not really an Ash of War we can use. But the Ashes of a Hawk revered by all other sovereign back in his day, and when Stormveil's wind still raged like no other. This ancient monarch is proud, however, refusing to answer anyone's summons. Yep. Then pop this one, and then you do get your own. So you get the Stormhawk of Death. Use to summon the Spirit of Dean, the Stormhawk, spirit of fierce hawk that faithfully rendered lifelong service to the old king of Stormveil long ago. When the true storm raged, its cries emboldened its fellows in battle, and tempest winds that encircle it through its foe. So another support one. Never used it myself, but I'm sure it's probably low HP and hard to hit since it's a bird enemy. Then with that wrapped up, go back to the round table. And we want to turn the other one into the Felly. It's going to upgrade our weapons on the way. So we got 2 weapons ready to go.
No, how could I? Father has a now. Is that ash? I can smell the ancient storm in it. My thanks. I'll gladly take it. I'm not like Broderica. I don't feel the presence of spirits, let alone see them. Still, this ash, it reminds me of my first hawk. Thank you. In this ash, it reminds me of... In this ash, it reminds me of...
Okay. And then with that, we are able to still continue on with her quest line. Making good progress on all that. So Fia's gone, Dee's gone. You can start seeing a trend here. Everyone's going to eventually disappear. Yellows is somewhere. He gave us a letter. I forgot to tell you, but it seems Dee has a younger brother. I heard he lies deep in sleep in the aqueduct beside the eternal city of Nokrin, and it said he stood before the Prince of Death not far beyond that spot. So Rogier would hand that to you if he was still alive, but I guess they made certain that you were going to get it either way. It's a very important note. Yours, D's for his stuff still, and then you got Tops who has just the basic stuff. Buy whatever you need. If you really want to get into the PvP stuff, this is 2 items right here that can help you out. So if you put this on, you'll be summoned. You'll be getting help while you're being invaded. And then these 2 talismans, they basically just trick the opponent into guessing who's who. More weapons, and if you got the leftover runes, you can buy these. But we're not in dire need. And looking at it, +9. So we get our bow up to +9. I'm not really seeing a huge need for the the S stock right now. I think that'd be too many weapons. But we definitely can look. Now you see the affinity of magic and cold both here. So the more of those wet blades you get, the more you can transform these regular Ashes of War into a build design of your choice. You will take on the little attributes though, so you have to make sure you are building that correctly. So like if I chose to do a cold over quality, I'm losing like 20 points in damage there, but I'm gaining the ability to frost build up. So it can be worth it. Just depends on how you build it. Fight A. So now we're looking really good on all that. I'll take this one. And then continue on with the Legacy Dungeon. I would probably make peace with making sure you have an upgrade now, and then any runes that you get from here, you're okay with sacrificing if you're not caring about running back for your runes each time. At this point, we should be hitting really, really hard right now. So, no more issues with that. And once we start jumping into Caelid, we're going to want to start focusing back up on HP because things hit super hard out there. Just come out here. There's going to be a magic ball that gets summoned from that little portal right there. You want to run down. Just be careful. Sometimes it likes to clip you. Like right here. Yep. This sending gate is going to take you back to the giant turtle pope and his little church area. So if you haven't found it yet, this is just a quick way to get there. But we've been there, so we don't need to do that. And don't waste your time because you have to run back up this ladder and do all that crap. No point for this. Alright. Moongrum, the Carrion Knight. So, he could be a bit of a bitch. He likes to riposte a lot. So just be careful of that. Yeah. That's like the Carrion Retaliation, I think. So it's like a parry. And he will pull it off. Oh, he got me good on that one. just trade blows there. So, and now you got the full setup for carrying stuff. Intelligence shield. So it says it does magical power damage. So if you just kind of smack people with it, you'll do like split damage. Really good for blocking out, obviously, magic, since it's only grace given thing, but still nothing compares medium shield wise to the guard boost we get off of the brass shield. But if you don't care about that and you're going for ultimate drip, then carrying suit all the way up. Okay, this path is only just for a shortcut, so you don't have to make this long run back anymore through the ball. You just have to fight the two wizards. Secret path right here, just kind of jump. And another shortcut. Although this one, I don't really see the purpose of it, so whatever. Okay, brother. Typically, it's chilling in the corner, so you probably heard our little swipes. We got a pumpkin head. I would probably take out the mages first, though, since they have the range. Bat shit. Stupid ass. Okay, Glintstone Scarab, you know how I feel about these things. They just are terrible. And we took some damage there and had to use some flask from all this stuff, so you want to reset. You don't really want to go in there, especially against the legacy boss, with, you know, impaired a bit. Take this. Send it back down in case things go wrong here. And we'll open up for a cutscene and fight Legacy Boss number 2. I had to make sure it's recording.
Yeah.
Hush, little Calva. I'll soon birth thee anew, a sweeting, fresh and pure.
Alright, so we got a gimmick part in part 1 here. You gotta find the ones with golden little things around them. They'll be flinging books and all sorts of shit at you. Let's get third. She'll come crashing down. Then if you're just not doing enough DPS on her, you'll have to do that part again, but it'll be a little bit harder because they'll start flinging more shit at you.
My beloved, have no fear. I will hold thee. Patience. Ye will be countless born, forever and ever. Upon my name as Rani the Witch. Mother's rich slumber shall not be disturbed by thee. Foul trespasser. Send word far and wide. Of the last queen of Caria, Renala of the full moon. And the majesty of the night she conjureth.
So she loves opening up with this big ass attack. And this thing you kind of just... Motherfucker caught me mid-jump. I will always consider this a spectacle fight more than it was a hard battle. But obviously, physical attacker is probably going to have a hard time with as much as she's jumping around. Spirits help a lot in that fight because it just detracts the attention from you. In her youth, Renala was a prominent champion who charmed the Academy with her lunar magic, becoming its master. She also led the Glintstone Knights and established the House of Caria as royalty. A big name player in the world of Elden Ring here. Child born anew by Renala are all frail and short-lived, imperfect beings, each and all. So her rune is useless. All it does, though, is allow us to be rebirthed, and that's it. So you can't use it for your own personal benefit, which really sucks for mage builds.
Come out from whence ye hide. There are books and light aplenty. Dither not. Come out, say I, or will ye be gravestones, to be better born anew? Ah, thou, is it thy wish to be born anew? To become a sweeting, reborn of my beloved egg?
With her, you can change cosmetics and do the rebirth option. You're going to have to use a larval too.
Be not, and I would birth thee.
And she'll be here for pretty much the entire game, just sitting there. Rebirthing yourself will basically just return your stats back to what they were at base when you chose your character. And then every single point that you gained up until now, you can relocate into other different stuff. So if you're tired of playing a knight and you want to play magic, then go ahead. And then this chest will be locked for a hot minute. Just remember that it's here. Then with the whole of Liurnia finally finished, we are now still in search of the other half of the medallion here at Grand Dectus. And we have Blyde and Alexander both telling us about the Redmane Castle event. So obviously everything points in the direction of Caelid. You do not have to go there though right now. You can actually go to the Altus Plateau using Magma Makar's little grace checkpoint. Or by the other route, which is going through getting eaten by the Iron Maiden down in the little basement here, and then we get transported to another area. So a lot of interconnectivity about to happen. But since we defeated a new boss, everyone in the round table. Specifically Gideon.
I see you found another great rune. Wonderful. You are a worthy fellow tarnished indeed. Make the journey to the capital, Landel, that lies to the east of the Altus Plateau, at the foot of the Earth Tree. The Two Fingers will deny your passage no longer. You may be our best hope. Find your way to the Elden Ring, for we are tarnished, and we must answer the call of grace. The The Academy of Rare Renala in her grip. Journey to the capital. Two things you maybe.
And he's telling us basically where the next step is.
I had my doubts, but look at you. Only once before have I seen two great runes together. Look there. The fingers shudder with exuberance. Fine work, brave Tarnished. The greater will is pleased. You have earned the right to become Elden Lord. Now, seek the Erd Tree and an audience with Queen Marika to become Elden Lord and restore the Golden Order. The fingers expect as much from you as they do young Gideon. Take this, a token of farewell. Now, become Elden Lord. Queen Marika is the vessel of the Elden Ring, carrier of its vision. A god in truth. But after the Elden Ring's shattering, she was imprisoned in the Erd Tree. A grim punishment for shattering the Order, despite her godhood. The fingers speak. Marika's trespass demanded a heavy sentence. But even in shackles, she remains a god and the vision's vessel. Confer great runes to become Elden Lord and join Queen Marika as her consort. The fingers have willed it so. Now you may go.
Then with this, remember if you use a remembrance, you can get many runes or you can get their equipment. The Regal Scepter is pretty good. I think I used it majority of the game because I was using Full Moon Sorceries. And this thing is beastful. But at Intelligence 70, you probably won't make the stats for a while. So hold off or just use them. Then a new option opens up with receiving equipment of champions, pretty much just boss gear. Not every boss will drop its gear though, however. So if you want lighter mage look, then you can go ahead and grab Renala's stuff here. And her helmet actually increases your intelligence by a little bit, so might be worth it.
Now go let the one.
Then she gave us a talisman pouch, which means that we can put on the Erd Tree's favor. And we're looking better than ever now.
Well, I took you've no matter to lay out your own.
Level up as you see fit.
In this ash, it reminds me.
Greetings, are you here for some...
Ah, well then. There's something I should mention to you as well. I'm thinking of leaving the Round Table Hold. Do you know of the noble Goldmask? Though he was but a tarnished, living outside the lands between, he was a great scholar who foresaw the coming guidance of grace. And now, I hear he has come to the lands between alone to contemplate the Golden Order. I wish nothing more than to seek his instruction. and perhaps even help him in his research. May the gold...
And he's pretty much hinting that he's going to leave the hold soon, which he will. And then we'll kick off his quest line. And here you go. The new added. Now, Flame Cleanse Me is a incantation that's around 12 faith to get. And then for me, I have 3 levels to achieve that naturally, which is something that I'm going to probably want to end up doing. Because we're going to need it for a place later in the game. Not really need it, but it'll be more helpful, let's just say. But for now, I'm going to continue to pump into my damage. And with Limgrave and now Liurnia completed, for the most part, we have all the options in the world. And I'm actually going to level up one more time. 4,000. This is 2. Because now we want to do what Patches said and do the Iron Virgin thing before I forget about it. Just so we could show this. And I wouldn't carry a whole bunch of runes with you because you do need to take some damage. And what sucks about this is that you're going to lose one of your rune arcs for no reason, but it happens. As long as you keep in mind that you don't have to do this, because there are other ways to approach it, but this is just a quicker way to do this. Nab up some of these. So you want the killing blow to be inside of its stomach there. There we go. And there we go. So make sure you pop your rune back on. And now we are in a world of shit, right? Because you're like, where are we? What the hell is this place? We are so far above. Full of lava. Looks crazy, right? So Pat just led us into a uniquely disturbing place. These bats are pretty tough. Really just kind of pick out your spots. You don't want those things to chase you down here because they'll just chip damage you and it's really annoying.
Dinner's almost done. I mean, dinner's done.
Okay. Just want to grab these braces. Fall down. Got a whole bunch of material back here. And then this fight could be kind of difficult. I'm gonna take this one out. Much more manageable now. A little bit easier for like range setup. That or just summon the spirits so the other one just kind of runs around with it. This will lead you into the Altus Plateau, finally. You also gained a new weapon, the Inquisitor's Girandol. So it's a very interesting thing. Does fire damage, pokes like a spear. Pretty cool Astral War, honestly. I see a grace point down there. Now, I don't want to really rest in the Altus Plateau because this is not really considered the Altus Plateau. It's a whole different subsection of it. Because I don't want to ruin quest lines, but we'll see. We'll see if we already did just by setting out this one right here. But that was pretty much Patches in his bullshit. So we can go back to that little scenic island that he was chilling at. He probably won't be there anymore. Yeah, he moved on. We'll have an annoying little thing sitting there forever. So our runes will always be at the bottom. But if you want to go get them, but like I said, it's just better to separate from them now. We won't need to go up here for a little bit because we actually want to go into Caelid now and continue on our quest line from there. So before I was talking about Caelid at the very beginning, I would say that this is pretty much like the stopping point for exploration of Limgrave, just kind of this line right here. And then, you're going to get invaded at this church, and then that should be it. But I went a little bit more forward and just went into the balcony. And then we can start here now. So Caelid's obviously not the prettiest looking place. We've been to Liurnia, which had like very nice lakes, and it was blue, magical kind of feel, had a lot of green grass. And then Limgrave, is your first, like, everything's golden and magical, green fields and all that. Then here it is just completely waste. And there's a whole reason for that. The lore's kind of already explained it to us. You had Melania and General Radon come to a standstill here, and Melania's rot, it's, basically just infected this entire area. So now everything is decaying and dying because of the rot. So this place is going to be real ugly. A lot of tough enemies exist in this arena. But we got to do it, and we got to make our way all the way to Redmane Castle. So the fun part of Elden Ring is kind of over, and now everything gets really harder from here. You got to be more careful with how you're trying to build your character, because damage isn't going to look that good, and getting hit is going to be like 2 or 3 hits before you actually go down. You got shit like that just kind of chilling around here. And we'll find out what Caelid's all about. And thanks for watching. Until next time.